Hello guys, and thank you for joining me for another video. Previously, we learned how to solve two variable systems, so now we're getting a bit more complicated and into three variable systems. And today, I'll be teaching you guys how to solve three variable systems. So, three variable systems, in my opinion, are pretty much the hardest things to do in algebra, but everybody's different. But yeah, these systems are pretty complicated, but eventually you'll get the hang of it, so yeah. Let's get started. Let's take x plus y plus z equals -2, and 2x plus 2y minus 3z equals 11. Then let's take 3x minus y plus z equals 4. So basically, the first thing you want to do when you have a three-variable system is you want to take any two equations and you want to eliminate one variable. So let's just take the first equation and the third equation, and let's eliminate the y, because that'll be pretty easy to do. Alright, so let's take the first equation, the third equation, let's eliminate them. We have x plus y plus z equals -2, and we have 3x minus y plus z equals 4. And you add them together, and you get 4x, you cancel out the y's, 4x plus 2z equals 2. From here, what you do is you just leave this equation alone. And now what you do here is you mark off the equations that you have already used. We used the first equation, and we used the third equation. But somehow, this entire system is connected. So we are obligated to use the second equation as well. So what you want to do here is you want to take one of the equations that you have already used, and you want to eliminate it with the equation that you haven't used. So in this case, that would be the second equation. But keep in mind that in this step, you have to eliminate the exact same variable you eliminated in your first step. Okay, so let's just take this equation and eliminate with that. Okay, so let's take 3x minus y plus z equals 4, and let's take 2x plus 2y minus 3z equals 11. To eliminate out the y's, you would need to multiply this equation by 2, or this equation by 1/2. Since I don't really like to deal with fractions, let's just multiply this equation by 2, and you'll get 6x minus 2y plus 2z equals 8. From here, what you do is you use the elimination method, add them up, 8x, the y's cancel each other out, 8x minus z equals 19. And now once you have done that, you come back to this equation right here, and you eliminate these two equations. So let's bring this here, bring that down, and you'll have 4x plus 2z equals 2. And since we do need to eliminate a variable here as well, let's just eliminate the z, because that would be pretty easy to do. All you would need to do is just multiply this equation by 2 and you're set. So let's multiply this by 2 and get 16x minus 2z equals 38. Add them up and you'll get 20x equals 40 and x equals 2. And here you have solved for the first variable. Now what you want to do here, once you have solved for one variable, is you want to plug the value of this variable into any of these two equations. It really doesn't matter which equation, but this equation looks a bit more simple. So let's just plug all x into this equation. And we'll have x equals 2 minus z equals 19. 16 minus z equals 19. Negative z equals positive 3, which means z equals negative 3. And now we have solved for two variables. So let's move on to the third variable. Now once you have the value of two variables, you just go back to one of your original equations and you plug them in. And since the first equation is fairly simple, let's just plug these two values into our first equation. And we'll get 2 plus y minus 3 equals negative 2. And that would be negative 1 plus y equals negative 2. And y equals negative 1. And this would be your answer. And now we have solved for all three variables. And yep, this is how you solve three variable systems. And again, this is a fairly complicated topic. If you can't understand it right now, or you haven't gotten the hang of it yet, you will. Just keep practicing, and yeah, you'll eventually get the hang of it. And yep, thank you if you made it through the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.